Hello, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of Beyond the Surface. On today's episode, we shall be discussing a very vital and a very important topic. And what could that be? Before then, I remain your humble host, Ayuba Dabe. Don't forget to follow us up on all our social media handles, most especially YouTube. Ayuba Dabe is the name on YouTube for our subsequent and enriching episodes of Beyond the Surface. Today, we shall be looking at failure. When you fall 7 times, you will rise 7 times. Now, what exactly is failure? Let's go down a little. Failure is one's life great teacher. Failure is a teacher. Failure is my teacher. Failure is every man's teacher. Painful, humbling, but powerful. Everyone faces it. Every human being at one point of their life or journey in life face failure. Yet not everyone understands it. Everybody fails. Not everyone understands failure. Failure most times don't come to weigh you down. It is when you stay down that it weighs you down. Some sees it as the end. When you fail, some people look at it as the end, while others see it as the beginning of growth. When you fall, do not stay down, but do what? But rise up and try again. Failure is the inability to achieve a desired result. That is what failure is: a goal or plan or expectation. What you expect to achieve does not come to pass. That does not mean that when you try again, you will not succeed. It is when things don't go the way you hoped for. Most times when you plan and your plan don't come to pass, that does not mean that you will not keep trying. But failure is not a person's end. It is just an event. It comes and it goes, and when it comes, it is there to teach you a particular lesson. You can fail at some time and still be successful in life when you don't stay down. Failure is not falling down, it is staying down and refusing to rise again. That is exactly what failure is. I would like us to look at some examples of people who tried several times and several things in life. They failed, but they never gave up. No one escapes failure. Everybody must fail at one point in time, as long as you are alive and as long as you keep trying. Every successful person has a story filled with rejections. They have a story filled with mistakes and disappointment. But then, if you don't stay where you are when you fail, you don't feel so discouraged or disappointed, you rise up and try again. Let's look at these few people, if that will keep you encouraged. I don't know if you know who this great man is. Thomas Edison. Someone Edison who invented bulb. As it is written, he tried 1,000 times. He has been failing 1 to 1,000 times, but at the end of it all, he invented what you and I are enjoying today as bulb. The next person is who? Abraham Lincoln. I believe that name rings a bell. Abraham Lincoln tried his election several times. He failed, and at all what happened, he kept trying and he became the president of the United States. What about Walt Disney? Was told he lacked creativity, but at the end of it all, he tried. Let's come back home. Our late daddy, our great father, General Muhammadu Buhari, who tried several times to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He never gave up, but then at the end of it all, he became the president of Nigeria. So when you fail, don't stay down. Rise up and try again. You will definitely get to where you are going to. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is not any man's enemy. It's part of your preparation. When you fail, it is telling you that you need to blaze up. Sometimes God is trying to test you to see if you will raise up and trust, if you rise up and trust him again. Now, what are the dangers of misunderstanding failure? Some people misunderstand failure. What are the dangers? Some people let failure define them. Do not let failure define your person. They stop trying, give up their dream, and lose confidence. This happens because, one, they take failure personally instead of learning from it. They compare themselves to others because others are successful at what they do. You do not know how many times they have tried before getting to where they are. Do not stay down and do not keep comparing yourself negatively to others. This happens because people let failure to stop them from trying again. Do not let failure stop you from trying again. When you fall, rise up, brace up, trust God, and keep going. When you fear failure, you stop growing. But when you learn from your failure, when you learn from it, you become unstoppable. So do not fail failure. Whenever you fail, learn a lesson from it and grow. What are the lessons that failure teaches every human? Lessons failure teaches. Failure teaches what success hides. Here are the things that failure can teach you and I. Failure can teach you one, humility. It reminds you that you are a human, and every human can fail at one point or the other. Failure can teach you resilience. You learn to rise stronger at each time you fail. Number 3, failure teaches every man wisdom. You gain insight that success alone can't give. Success gives you clarity of where you are going. It shows you what truly matters to you. Success teaches you patience. You learn that great things take time. Whenever you fail, just know that is not the time for you to achieve what you are pursuing. Each failure is a lesson in disguise, shaping your mind and strengthening your spirit. Now, when failure comes, ladies and gentlemen, how do you handle failure? How do we handle failure? Let's look at the ways at which we can handle failure. Number 1, accept it. When failure comes, accept that failure. Failure doesn't make you a loser. No. Number 2, reflect on failure. Whenever you fail, reflect on it. Learn the lessons you will learn and also grow. Number 3, adjust your approach. From that, adjust whatever you feel that makes you to fail at the first trial. Try a new strategy next time and see if you will not continue. Just stay consistent. Most times we fail because we don't stay consistent at what we do. We keep changing strategies. Stay consistent. Success belongs to those who refuse to quit. Do not quit. And number 5, keep the faith strong. Sometimes failure is God's way of redirecting you to something better. Having said so, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the life lesson of failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. No, it is part of success, because when you try things to make you successful, you must fail at one point or the other and rise up to be successful one day. Every failure moves you one step closer to success if you choose to learn from it. And lastly, don't let failure define you. No, let it refine you. When you fail, don't let failure define you, but let that failure refine you to be a better person. The greatest success stories are built on lessons learned from failure. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I believe we've learned 1 or 2 things from what failure does and the consequences and how to try when you fail. Lastly, don't give up. Be consistent and keep trying. I remain your humble host, Ayuba Dabai. See you in the next episode of Beyond the Surface. Signing out.